Welcome to the next lesson, when to launch your next product. And here's what we'll be going over: what it takes to launch another product, the benefits of doing that, and then how to decide when you're ready. Now, launching another product means a lot of things, such as creating another packaging design, placing another inventory order, which costs money, more samples you have to order and evaluate, another Amazon listing to create, another product to launch using Launch, Blitz, and Rank, and another product you have to manage, such as reviews, inventory, and customer service. So in other words, it is a lot of work to launch another product. However, there's also a lot of benefits to it. Imagine you're producing 15 sales per day with your first product, and you're confident that if you launch a second product and you leverage the experience you have after creating your first product and your brand, and we'll talk more about that later, you're confident that you can produce another 15 sales a day. That means that you've doubled your business. That's not bad at all. But there are positives and negatives to launching another product. However, if you do plan on scaling your business, you'll have to do it at some point in time. And chances are, if you're watching this video, you definitely do want to grow your business. So it's not really a question of if you launch your second product, it's a question of when you do that. So then the big question that everyone has is, how do you decide if you're ready to launch your next product? Our advice to you is when all of the following are true. You've fully launched your first product, and that first product is consistently producing sales each and every day. I like to think 10 to 15 a day at a minimum. Also, your product should be well optimized, and think 20% at a minimum of a conversion rate in order to take advantage of your existing traffic. Now, if you don't have a 20% conversion rate on that product, I would go out there and focus on optimizing it to try to get up to there, because doubling your conversion rate is exactly the same as doubling your sales. You also should be confident that your first product won't run out of inventory. If you have any concerns, you need to make sure that you get a handle on your inventory and place your orders so you don't run out. You also need to have enough cash to buy and maintain inventory for 2 products. You should have enough time, or at least people, in order to manage 2 products. And you need to feel like you've done most of what you can do in order to grow sales for your current product. And on that note, let me tell you the #1 mistake that successful new sellers make, and that is to neglect their first successful product that they're making money on in order to launch a second product. It's important that you feel confident that you can either continue to grow 2 products at once, or that you've done just about everything that you can for your existing product before you move on to your next one. Now, this isn't to discourage you at all from launching your second product. We just want to make sure that you're fully aware of what we've seen some people do so that you don't fall into that same trap. Now it's time to take action. If your situation meets all the criteria that we just went over, then go ahead and start the search for your next product. And coming up in the next lesson, we'll learn how to find that next product and the 2 critical factors that it must meet. So head on over and I'll see you in that video.